Welcome back to the Agri-fields in Paradise Killer. Let's talk to our favorite naked demon man. Want to know what I think about the crime?
Hit me.
It's in the smiles, loved eyes. You start breaking smiles, and I bet you'll find the answer.
Don't test me.
I'm not into smashing faces. It was a metaphor or something. Stop being so literal. Break the smiles. He's telling you that you can't just be nice the whole game. You have to start getting tough. And that's true. There is only one dialogue choice that is actively bad. Every other dialogue choice does not cost you anything. You can accuse everybody of murder. You can go digging as deep as you want and piss them off as much as you want, and they'll still be just as friendly as before. Oh, we need those cosmos. Well, until we get the cosmos, we won't be able to use this tower. This is the cell phone tower. Once we have the ability to access it, we'll be able to check cell phone data. There's another phone down there. But I hear something. I hear something gribbling. There it is. Island Sequence 10. We were around for this one. The 10th island sequence, humanity's god hunters learn of our secret islands. We hid from them for so long, but now they know. A time of fear. So, one of the backstory elements of this game is that there are a lot of gods, and nearly all of them are dead. Not out of natural causes. Humanity killed them. And what we're actually doing here is we are trying to resurrect as many of them as possible. So far, we've only managed to not even resurrect, to keep one of them alive. And we haven't managed to resurrect any of them. And this is a big point of contention among the people who are involved, because they're like, you know, we built these islands to actually accomplish something, and we haven't done any of that. All we've done is spend 5,000 years dicking around on islands. So the agri-fields have a lot of kind of puzzly sort of things to them, and it's interspersed with collectibles, and it's one of those places that's just confusing enough that it feels like it's a really good it's a really good accomplishment when you figure it all out, and when you've got it down pat, and when you understand what's going on, you think you've got everything. I think it is a fun place to cut your teeth. A manifesto letter written by protesting workers. This is a plot event item. There are side quests in this game, but I hesitate to call them side quests because if you don't do them, you can't win. But that is an item someone will be asking us for eventually. So the agri-fields are just these giant vats, or these giant upright tanks of greenery, and that's kind of the whole food supply for the entirety of the island. I believe that there are more down underneath this building that we never get to see. They're mentioned as being subterranean, but it is worth noting that we don't really eat anything tasty. All we've got is vat-grown crap. Oh, a valve handle. Wonder what we'll do with that. Now, I am going in a slightly different order. The first time I went through this, I avoided these fields because I wanted to see what was in those buildings. I was coming at it from just a slightly different angle. Here is Dead Nebula's drink machine. So, if you are playing this for the first time, you might be like, no, I'm not going to spend my precious blood crystals on fresh, cold drinks. But you have to, in order to get one of the upgrades. Bizarre Lychee, a lychee-flavored soft drink. An image appears, a riverbank, blazing sunshine, baseball. A train passes, a distant apartment blocks in the summer haze. Ooh, we got an incoming call for buying some booze.
Dead Nebula, thank you for your purchase. Please enjoy your cold, refreshing beverage.
Dead Nebula monitors the drinking habits of all the inhabitants of Paradise Islands. Dead Nebula is one of the corporations that exists on these islands, and they own basically everything. The corporations, not Dead Nebula. Dead Nebula is pretty specifically drinks. It's not a place that is... So, like, yeah, there's magic and strange gods and stuff, but it's super corporate, and that's part of the joy. That's part of the strangeness and the fun. For security reasons, we need to analyze your voice pattern. Please say the following phrase.
More refreshing than a cosmic apocalypse.
Well, I guess some of them will refresh it. It's been a while, Lady Love dies. That damned Harmony thing was a mess. Damned Harmony was the god that got us kicked off of Island 13. How about some free drinks? We're not authorized. You know how it is. What brings you back to the island? The council mass murder.
No way.
We got down to the last of our stock and no one's refilling us. The island can't end until I solve this case. How's it feeling being back on the beat?
To investigate.
Nice to see the investigation freak again. You got any inside scoop for me? Weird drinking habits? When that demonic possession happened a decade ago, we sold a lot more sanity. People like protection. Does it actually work? No. You're one of the good guys. We want to help. You keep buying drinks and we'll see what we can do. There's a broken vending machine in the warehouses. Someone jammed something in it. We think it might be an upgrade for Starlight. It's going to take some time to get the machine rebooted, which is code for buy more drinks. It's so openly blunt as both a game mechanic and a corporate like charade. It's a wonderful combination of just being the right kind of bad, like an in-world bad. It feels really, really well done. They managed to find an in-world explanation that was just as equally blunt and obvious as the meta game explanation for why you should buy more drinks. You need to buy a lot of drinks, though. So even though the broken vending machine is actually only a few feet away, it's going to be a while before we can open it and get at the juicy insides. Dance, come on, get down on the floor. We got taken it up on ourselves to move a little more. Dance, get up, show us what you got. We're gonna rock your party. Now let's take it to the top. Oh, forget it. If you're not gonna beatbox, I'm off. So his main goal in this game is to add a bit of levity as you are wandering the world. He rarely says anything that's important, but he does break up the exploration by just giving you irreverent, random crap. You know, he just talks a lot. Another valve handle. These arms are nice. I like them. I honestly think that they might have bought them, because I think I remember them. But if not, good job on modeling them. They look great. And if you did buy them, good job on picking the right thing to buy. Proud pin badge. A pin badge made to celebrate Perfect 25. We're kind of just searching through all of the many fields here. It's easy to miss something, easy to not notice something, and we are looking for a specific set of things. So if we miss stuff, we're not going to be able to get what we want to get. Look at that. Stuff. Can we get up there with only one jump? Might be tough. Yeah, we got it. So we need a couple more blood crystals. Not very many. And then we'll go back upstairs and buy ourselves a foot bath. That should be enough. But we're going to collect more anyway. Who am I to turn down blood crystals? Nobody, I'll tell you what. Blood crystals are my life. Well, that's not a blood crystal. You can't fool me. Recording 4. They're watching me. They know I can see the lines. I can never see them clearly, but they're there, the watchers. I asked Joseph if he could see the lines. He couldn't. People in the apartment are looking at me weird. Someone has been gossiping. So, these recordings are from a citizen. The citizens never... They died. they're not in the game as living people, but there are a number of ghosts, and that links to one of the ghosts. Gonna have to find a way to reach that, whatever it is. Notice how they switch the direction of these vats, so specifically so you can't just do a quick and easy pass across all of them. You gotta go in 2 different directions. Good choice to make it more convoluted and complicated. The first time I came through this area, I definitely missed some of the things. To be honest, I don't think I ever got that perfect 25 pin. I think that's new. Just goes to show you how dense this world is. There's all sorts of stuff. Now, when I first came down, I landed right here, so obviously I went inside the building first. Agricultural admin. Obviously you go around the back first, right? This is how I play this game, and this is why this game was so much fun for me to discover. What other game rewards you for doing that? Every other game's like, oh gosh, we gotta remember to make that tree have a collider so the player can't get around the building. Or, you know, there's just nothing back there. This game's like, of course they're gonna go back there. Go, go style. The sun is out. Go, get your shades. We have to stare into the sun. The sun! I'm tickled by that little twist. And I honestly have no idea how widely applicable my sense of humor is. I don't know whether everybody else out there is thinking the same things in terms of, oh, this is funny or this is clever. Or they might be thinking, oh my gosh, this is the dumbest thing ever. Well, this is what I like. This is my favorite kind of thing. So if you are also enjoying this kind of humor, welcome to the show. If not, sorry. Ah, 2 minutes of free time and a foot bath. Unfortunately for us, I don't believe we can actually use it. I think we have to pay for our foot baths, and they're not cheap. Let's keep going up. So these people have a lot of these buildings, right? And I really enjoy how blatantly they've taken to decorating them. Decorating buildings is always a challenge, right? You gotta be real clever. Or you can just slap down a ton of plants. I think that works great. This game really does handle the idea of adding clutter while, you know, not having to think too hard. Which might sound like an insult, but it's not. When you gotta make a game, you gotta go make a lot of stuff, and you want to be able to make as many things as you can. I need one more handle. Where am I gonna find one more handle? The good news is everything you need to solve every puzzle is in the same area as the puzzle, with 1 or 2 exceptions. The side quests are the exception. So when we have to find one more handle, it's got to be somewhere nearby, somewhere we can reach. Danger of cosmic presence. Well, that's just a blood crystal. That's not a handle. I don't see any handle in here. You know, I bet it is over in the warehouses. Oh, you know what? I think the warehouses are not in this sector. I think there's a nearby sector that has warehouses in it, but they wouldn't be in a nearby sector. They'd be here. Darn it. I'm gonna feel kind of silly if I spend the rest of the episode running around just looking for a handle. I can't get a handle on things. There it is. See, it's easy to miss stuff when you're running through the cornfields. So what are we doing with this handle? We're raising the water level so that we can get at whatever is inside that little area. Alright, they should have flushed the drains. I wonder if anything has floated up. Hint, 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 hint. Ah! Crash. Jumping down is such a joy in this game. My, my.
What the hell?
What's a tablet doing shoved down a drain? Now we know that this must be a fairly important piece of evidence because it was hard to get.
Sure.
It boots.
What the hell?
The login sequence authenticates the user as Lydia. That's the lady who is driving us around in the car. Did she dump this down here? Accessing. Detected corruption of Lydia Daybreak tablet. Checking for restore point. Restore point found. Safe backup found. Restoring messages. Lost message. Sender. Witness to the end. Recipient Lydia Daybreak. Attachment recovered. Downloading.
The investigator is here.
Witness to the end is another person. We're probably not going to meet him for quite a while. His job is to, you'll never guess, witness the end.
That's strange.
It's a data key that allows access to a specific nightmare computer, one on the beach. The code looks like it's designed for remote access rather than a physical handshake. So this is actually a pretty important clue. Lydia has the ability to access a specific nightmare computer remotely. Why would she need to do that? And why would Witness send her that particular set of clues? Yeah. Well, I think that that's enough for this episode. It's 15 minutes. That's about right, don't you think? This is the bulk of what we're going to find here in the agriculture sector, but there is still plenty of stuff to be found nearby. What we're probably going to do is, rather than find any of it, I'm just going to go all the way back up, and get a foot bath. And I'll meet you back at where we started in the next episode. See you around.